Moving to our press review now, and it's 50 years, as we've been reporting, since the end of Franco's dictatorship in Spain, and the press there are looking at the legacy since then. Diptyque Laurent is here to take us through it. Dipty.
Well, Karis, as you said, Spain marking 50 years since the death of Francisco Franco, who ruled Spain with an iron fist, using repression and totalitarianism for about 4 decades. His death exactly 50 years ago today also paved the way for democracy in Spain. Now, before we look at the papers today, let's show you how some of the papers reported his death on that day in 1975. This is from ABC, a conservative paper here. You say, rather soberly announcing the death of Franco with the hour there on its front page, 4:20 in the morning. While this paper, a regional paper from Bilbao, going with Franco is dead, long live the king, it says on its front page. So this is from 1975. Let's show you the papers from today. This is El Periódico. This is a Catalan paper here. 50 years without Franco, the paper says on its front page. And in its edition today, El Periódico looks at the legacy of the end of Franco's dictatorship, noting that a growing trend of younger generations of Spanish voters increasingly drawn to the right, especially when it comes to topics like immigration. In particular, the paper is also looking at the growing popularity of the far-right party in Spain, Vox, and its leader, Santiago Abascal. Currently, the party is a leading force in direct voting intentions among Spaniards between the age of 25 and 34. El País, for its part, another Spanish daily here in this article here, looks at another study, a recent survey by a Spanish National Polling Institute, which found that nearly 25% of young Spaniards think that the dictatorship, Franco's dictatorship, was good or very good.
Meanwhile, the very conservative La Razón has published an interview with Francisco Franco Martínez Bordieu, Franco's grandson. Tell us about that.
It's quite an extraordinary interview, Karis. It's here in La Razón, and in this interview, Martínez Bordieu talks rather fondly of his grandfather. He says, I quote, "History will judge my grandfather and history alone, no matter how much the current government practices damnation of memory." He also accuses the Spanish leader Pedro Sanchez of trying to erase Franco's legacy and of, quote, playing the Franco card in a bid to garner votes several times in the past. This is indeed in this article here, as I said, a rather long interview with the grandson of Franco.
Moving on now to the story here in France that's garnered a lot of headlines, the murder of the brother of a prominent anti-drug activist, Amine Kessaci.
Yeah, that's right. Amine Kessaci's younger brother was murdered in a car park in Marseille last week in what was seen largely as a warning on Amine Kessaci's anti-drug activism. This is the front page of Le Parisien aujourd'hui en France, a regional paper here based in Paris. This headlining on what they say investigators have identified a possible suspect or the person reportedly responsible for that killing. So they're talking about the investigation. Another paper, this is from Marseille. This is a local paper in Marseille, La Provence. They're talking, well, they've actually published this interview here with Amine Kessaci, who talks about what his life has been like since his brother's killing a week ago. He tells the paper that he refuses to be silenced, that in the name of his brother, he has to continue speaking out against drug violence and drug trafficking in Marseille. He also reveals that he's currently living under police protection. He also says that he wished he had been in the car park instead of his brother. But nonetheless, he doubles down on his vehement criticism of drug violence. He says that he never named drug criminals, but rather attacks the system that he says allows young people to be drawn into drugs. For instance, a lack of professional opportunities and public services, particularly in impoverished neighborhoods, he says.
All right, now Cristiano Ronaldo has snapped a selfie at the White House during a meeting between Donald Trump and Saudi Prince Mohammed bin Salman.
Well, he was there to promote bin Salman's agenda, which was aiming to show off Saudi's prowess in other avenues apart from oil, notably through sports. Now, Ronaldo is, of course, considered the world's first billionaire footballer. He plays for the Saudi club Al Nassr, and he's in the past has spoken rather fondly of Trump. Now, this website here reminds us that Ronaldo hadn't been seen publicly in the U.S. since he was accused of rape in 2017. Well, he was indeed present at this White House meeting and took a selfie that went viral, as you see here. This picture, you could safely say it was literally worth worth multi-billions of dollars. This one, he's alongside Elon Musk, billionaire David Sacks, and OpenAI's Greg Brockman. As I said, a photo literally worth billions of dollars. Let's end on another picture, though. This one is from L'Equipe magazine, the French sports paper, also looking at another anniversary. This is 60 years since this iconic history-making sports photo. It's Muhammad Ali knocking down Sonny Liston on May 25th, 1965, in just 1 minute, 44 seconds. It was taken by Neil Leifer in Lewiston, Maine, and it's widely considered the best sports photo ever taken. It looks like Muhammad Ali is taunting his opponent there, who's lying on the ground.
Indeed, Dipti. That's why it's on the cover of a magazine. Well deserved. Thank you very much. Thanks for looking at that. Papers.